everyone, welcome to the live session. I hope it to get settled. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the live session. Finally, everything's settled. Now, we will solve the question bank of CA Inter. Do like, share, and subscribe, and comment. चलो पढ़ाई कंटिन्यू करते हैं. Thank you, Rabri Naveen. Thank you for subscribing. Mr. Smith, 54 years, is employed as an assistant manager of the retail and furnishes the following information for the Miss Alkan Kamijala Jabalpur was registered under the GST under the composition scheme. Outward supply of the for the month of the April 2025 was rupees 10 lakh. Outward supply. Out of which 2 lakh supply of service 2 lakh. the preceding financial year, the firm was doing the trading of the taxable goods. Only the turnover of the concern of the previous year was rupees 100 lakh. What is equals to 100 lakh? The firm imported the following services during the year 2025. Architect services from Mr. Mudit, a partner of the firm who resides in France, for rupees 1 lakh. Said the services was paid but not used for the furtherance of the business. It is a supply deemed supply. The management consultancy services from Mr. Mehta, a renowned lawyer in Sweden, was who was an ex-employee of the firm. The value of the said services was 3 lakh. Even though it was used in the furtherance of the business, no consideration was paid by the firm. If no consideration is paid, जो फाइनल करे if unrelated person say without consideration it is not a supply, then aggregate turnover of the firm crossed the limit of 150 lakhs in the which the rate of the firm regular all the amounts of the regular expenses of the taxes wherever applicable. All the supply referred above is the interested unless the specified otherwise. From the information given, choose the most appropriate answer to one and the tax liability of the Sarika and Company month of the April 2025 in each of the CGST and HGST. 2 lakh services, outward supply. It is wrong. First for the import of the services by the Sarika and Company that will be treated as a supply is C. But Sarika and Company will be eligible to claim ITC. Sarika and Company eligible to claim ITC on the stock on and capital good. Stock and capital good. I want to pay the Seven-star private limited and GST registered supplier of both the taxable and exempted goods is located in Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. The company provides the following details: the aggregate turnover or interest rate of the goods exceeded 20 lakhs on 29th July and 40 lakhs on 16th August. Is submitted the application of the GST registration on 30th August. It is between the registration certified is granted. The certificate is granted on 8th September. It also entered into a contract with the Allies Limited of Manali, Himachal Pradesh of 10th of September on 10th September for the supply of the taxable goods worth rupees 15 lakhs. The payment for the same was received on 12th September. The goods were scheduled for the delivery on 25th September but were removed from the factory on 24th September. It has opted the filing GSTR 3B return and file GSTR 3B return of the month of the September on 19th of December. The prescribed due date of the file the GSTR 3B return was 20th October. The following the net GST people in cash applies here for the said September month work out to be 56,000 which was paid on 19th December. effective date of the registration under the CGST 2017 7 star 30th August. So let's see. The deadline must be issued to the Allies Limited is the amount of the interest payable for the delay in the payment of the GST as per section 50 of the CGST 2017. The amount of the interest payable for the delay in the payment of the GST as per section 50 of the CGST 2017. October, November, December, October, November, December, November, December. And associates the amount of interest payable within the section of the cities. The Kedar and Associates made an application for the cancellation of the GST registration in the month of March due to the closure of its business. Its application for the cancellation of the GST registration was approved with on 4th September by the proper officer by passing the order of the same on 14th September. In the given case, Vidar and Associates required to file the return on and before 4th September, not required to file final return, required to file the final return for 20 or on or before 30th September, required to final return for State Services supplier of the ready-made garments issued an invoice to the customer and erroneously charged a higher value by 54,000. Such an invoice was issued on 15th October. Which document is required to be issued by the company in respect of the invoice? State Services supplier ready-made garments issued an invoice to the customer and erroneously charged a higher value of 54,000. Such an invoice was issued on 15th October. GST registered in the Lucknow UP provides the taxable consultancy services and also trades in the office equipments. It furnishes the following heading for the month of the November. Provided the consultancy services to the Alpha Limited registered in the Lucknow UP for rupees 5 lakh. Provided a consultancy services to the Alpha Limited registered in Lucknow UP. Consultancy service हमने प्रोवाइड किया है. Provided consultancy services registered in Delhi. Sold office equipment worth 7,50,000 to the registered dealer in Kanpur, UP. Advances of 50,000 of 50,000 received from the client in UP. ID support services to be rendered in December. Purchased the computer throughout rupees 2 lakh from the registered supplier in Delhi. They paid annual membership fee of rupees 60,000 to the register to the Recreation Club for they take the paid office rent of rupees 1 lakh to the registered landlord in UP. Invoice reflected in GST to be they purchased a car with the seating capacity of 5% for the director's use of exclusive the GST 28%. Purchase a delivery van for rupees 12 lakh for the transportation of the office equipment. No depreciation claimed on the GST component exclusive of the GST. अगर हम depreciation claim नहीं कर रहे हैं तो उस पर ITC हमें मिल जाएगा. Now availed the legal consultancy services from Mr. Pranay, an individual advocate based on the Lucknow for the client recovery case for rupees 50,000. Opening ITC balance nil. All the amounts given are exclusively of the GST unless otherwise specified. All the amounts given are exclusive of the GST. The rate of the GST goods के लिए 9%. Subject to the restrictions under the GST law. Mr. Pranay turnover in the preceding financial year is rupees 25 lakh. Compute the net GST payable in cash by Mrs. Consultancy Services for the November. Examine whether the activity of the import services in the following independent cases amount to supply under the section 7 of the CGST Act 2017. Examine whether the activity of the import of the services in the following independent cases would amount to supply under section 7 of the CGST 2007. Ms. Sushma Pathak received interior decoration services for her residence located at Bandra, Mumbai for the Michael of Sydney, Australia. The amount paid for the services is rupees 5,000 Australian dollar. No supply. Ms. Sushma Pathak received interior decoration services for her residence located in Bandra from her brother residing in Sydney. Fully dependent on Ms. Sushma. Further, Ms. Sushma did not pay any consideration for the paid services. It will be retained the supply. Then will your answer change if in the above case Ms. Sushma has taken the interior decoration services with regard to her business premises but and not her residence? Now Srinivas and Sons of Partnership Firm based on the Nagpur, Maharashtra is a wholesaler of the taxable products and product while exempt by way of the notification only within the state of Maharashtra. Its aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is on 30 lakh. The firm wishes to opt for the composition scheme under the subsection 1 and subsection 2 of the section 10 of the CGST Act 2017 in the current financial year. However, its accountant is of the view that the person engaged in making the supply of the exempt good is not eligible for the said scheme discussed now. Srinivas and Sons of Partnership Fund based in Nagpur, Maharashtra is a wholesaler of the taxable products exempt by way of a notification exempt only within the state of Maharashtra. It aggregate and our president financial year is 130 lakh. The firm wishes to opt for the composition scheme under the subsection 1 and 2 of the Section 10 of the CGST Act 2017 in the current financial year. However, its accountant is a very person within the exam group is not eligible to determine the place of the supply in the following independent basis. Mr. Ramesh, residing in Kolkata, West Bengal, has a postpaid mobile connection from XYZ Telecom Limited, registered office in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The billing address of Mr. Ramesh on the records of the XYZ Telecom Limited is Kolkata, West Bengal. Then Mr. Pramod subscribed a prepaid internet connection from Mrs. EQR Distribution, a registered distributors of the recharge vouchers. XYZ Telecom Limited is located in the Bangalore, Karnataka. It sells the prepaid recharge vouchers to the final subscriber in the Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Bullion Machines Limited, registered in the state of the Andhra Pradesh, supplied a machinery to the Riyan Winds Farm Limited, registered in the state of the Karnataka. However, this machinery was assembled and installed at the windmill of the Riyan farms located in the state of the Tamil Nadu. Place of supply would be Tamil Nadu only. Sher Singh, registered supplier, has received the advance payment with respect to the services to be supplied to Shukhiram. His accountant asked him to issue the receipt voucher with respect to the such services to be supplied. However, he is apprehensive. As at what would happen in case the receipt voucher is issued but subsequently no services are supplied. You are required to advise the station regarding the same. His registration would get cancelled. Does the cancellation of the registration impose any tax obligation of the person whose registration is so cancelled? Yeah, he would have to pay the ITC from his own. He would have to pay the GST from his own pocket. Instead of taking, he will not be able to take any ITC. Now, the services provided by an entity registered under the Section 12BB of the Income Tax Act 1961 are exempt from the GST if such services are provided by way of the charitable activities. Elaborate the term charitable activities. Enumerate the legal provisions to determine the time of the supply of the services which are taxable under the reverse charge. There is no onus of filing any monthly and annual statement by electronic commerce operator. Examine the technical veracity of the statement by explaining the relevant provisions. Individual export to each second. Mr. 54 years employer and as an assistant manager in the Beta Limited furnishes the following information. For the year ended on 31st March 2025, the basic salary up to 31st January 2025 is 50,000 per month. Basic salary from 1 February is 55,000. DNS allowance is 12% of the basic salary. 15% forms a part of the retirement benefit bonus equals to the month's December salary. 1 month December salary equals 50,000. The contribution of the employer to the recognized provident fund account to the employee is 60% of the basic salary. 16 5s are 88,000. The medical bill reimbursement for his mother 15,000, 5,000. The laptop transferred by the employer for 25,000 and 3rd December 2024 the laptop was acquired by the company on 1st October 2023 for 90,000. The company was charging the depreciation at the rate 31.66% assuming the useful life of the laptop was 3 Yes, the purchase the professional tax paid